Hi guys, so good evening, welcome back to my magical world. It's me, Frostbite, your favorite celebrity here in the Philippines. It's 22:09 in the evening and today is October 11th, 2024. So it's Friday. Yeah, so thank God it's Friday. Tama ba? Yeah. It's Friday, so um I did few things today and I had a few hours of rest in the afternoon kasi I did something. Um, yeah, I escaped. I escaped. Okay. Anyways, we're back now, and we are going to finish the book Mastery. By the way, if you are a new subscriber in my channel, what I do here is that I read books for you, not because I am a bookworm. It's just, yeah, something like that. Maybe I am. But yeah, it's not like we're doing it for to make you boring, to make your life boring. Hindi ganon, guys. So we are doing this incrementally. So we're just reading 2 pages in one session, in one sitting, guys. So it's not gonna be boring for you. Because, we are all tamad somehow. But we have to educate ourselves. Kasi um, we have to be better every day. And we have to exercise our brain cells, to gain, absorb, and we have to input new information that are relevant for our development. Yan, dami kong dada. Magbasa na tayo, guys. So, I like it better. Pwede naman ako magbasa like online, but my other phone is broken. And I want to read, I want to read the book exactly. The book, I want tangible things. I want it to be, hinahawakan, guys. Alam nyo na yun. So, we are having a session today. Mamaya pala yung session. Another session. But, yeah. Let's proceed. So, as previously narrated in Chapter 1, when Freddie Roach's career as a boxer came to an end in 1986, he took a job as a telemarketer in Las Vegas. So, kung hindi nyo alam, di ba, Filipino boxer Manny Pacquiao, di ba, naging coach niya to. So, I'm pretty sure kilala siya ng mga Pinoy, Filipino. Or if hindi kilala, at least they are familiar. They should be familiar kasi sobrang sikat nito ni Manny. As you know, when you know, you know. So, one day he entered the gym where he himself had trained under the legendary coach, Eddie Futch. He found many boxers there who were not receiving any personalized attention from Fuchs. I'm not sure if I'm reading that correctly. Yung surname. Anyways. Even though he was not asked, he began to hang around the gym every afternoon and help out. It turned into a job for which he was not paid, so he held on to his telemarketing position, working the two jobs left just enough time to sleep. It was almost unbearable, but he could withstand it because he was learning the trade for which he knew was destined. Within a few years, he had impressed enough young boxers with his knowledge to set up his own business and was soon to become the most successful boxing trainer of his generation. So, amazing, di ba? For one to be... Kasi mahirap ma-recognize as a coach, guys. Just so you know. Sumisikat yung mga talents, just because of they have mastered. Pero dapat sobrang i-acknowledge din nila yung coaches because ang sobrang laking tulong nila for those humans who are into sports, 'di ba? Yung mga talented, gifted, and syempre, more importantly, those students or athletes that are um uh learning from them. Tama. Okay. So it is a simple law. Wait lang. Okay, going back. Medyo naantala siya, guys, but listen up. We will make this fast. It is a simple law of human psychology that your thoughts will tend to revolve around what you value most. If it is money, you will choose a place for your apprenticeship that offers the biggest paycheck. Inevitably, in such a place, you will feel greater pressures to prove yourself worthy of such pay. Often before you are really ready, you will be focused on yourself, your insecurities, you need to please and impress the right people, and not on acquiring skills. It will be too costly for you to make mistake and learn from them, so you will develop a cautious, conservative approach. As you progress in life, you will become addicted to the fat paycheck, and it will determine where you go, how you think, and what you do. Eventually, the time that was not spent on learning skills will catch up with you, and the fall will be painful. So, choose wisely, guys. So, how you are going to maneuver your goals, your wants, your needs, and um, what are the things that are valuable, that will be valuable in the long run. So instead, you must value learning about everything else. This will lead you all to the right choices. You will opt for the situation that will give you the most opportunities to learn, particularly with hands on work. You will choose a place that has people and mentors who can inspire and teach you. A job with mediocre pay has the added benefit of training you to get by with less a valuable life skill. If your apprenticeship is to be mostly on your own time, you will choose a place that pays the bills, perhaps one that keeps your mind sharp, but that also leaves you the time and mental space to do valuable work on your own. You must never disdain an apprenticeship with no pay. So, in fact, it is often the height of wisdom to find the perfect mentor and offer your services and as an assistant for free. Happy to exploit your cheap and eager spirit, such mentors will often divulge more than the usual trade secrets. In the end, by valuing learning above all else, you will set the stage for your creative expansion and the money will soon come to you. So, lagi nila tong sinasabi, you don't have to chase money. At the end of the day, whatever passion that you're actually, you know, your heart really desires, eventually, when you really focus on that and prioritize it, money will come, guys. Trust me, trust them, trust the book. So, keep expanding. Number two, guys. Number two na tayo, ah. Keep expanding your horizons. For the writer Zora Neale Hurston, her childhood represented a kind of golden age. She grew up in Eatonville, Florida, a town that was something of an anomaly in the South. By the way, guys, if you're living in Florida, my heart, my prayer, it goes to you guys. May you all be safe and, recover soon. It's not easy. What happened in there? Diba? Um, it's so painful to see people experience that. Wala man ako dyan, but I know exactly what is going on there. So, I'm sending you more prayers and strength for you to overcome it. Okay? So, yun. So, it had been founded as an all-black township in the 1880s, governed and managed by its citizen. Its only struggles and sufferings came at the hand of its own inhabitants. For Zora, racism had no meaning. A spirited and strong willed girl She spent a lot of her time alone wandering through the town. She had two great passions in those years. First, she loved books and reading. She read everything she could get her hands on, but she was particularly drawn to books of mythology. So, medyo same kami, no? I'm also drawn with that books, yung mythical things, 'di ba? Yung philosophy, the subject philosophy has a lot of, um, you know, a lot of people that has a lot of wisdom from the past, 'di ba? Yung mga mythology, Greek, Roman, and Norse. She identified with the strongest characters: Hercules, Odysseus, Odin. Second, she would spend much of her time listening to the stories of locals as they gathered on porches and gossip or related folk tales, many of them dating back to the years of slavery. So nakakatawa yung mga folk tales, but people right now, 'di ba? It's all worldly and hindi na nabavalue yung ganitong bagay. But, as a child with a lot of fantasy and curiosity, that it's cool to hear those kind of stories. She loved their manner of telling stories, the rich metaphors, the simple lessons. In her mind, the Greek myths and the stories of Eatonville's citizens all blended into one reality. Human nature revealed in its most naked form. Walking alone, her imagination would take flight, and she would begin telling her own strange tales to herself. Someday, she would write all of these down and become the Homer of Eatonville. Then in 1904, her mother died and the golden age came to an abrupt end. It was her mother who had always protected and sheltered Zora from her father, who thought her strange and unlikable. Eager to have her out of the house, he shipped her off to a school in Jacksonville. A few years later, he stopped paying her tuition and essentially abandoned her to the world. For 5 years, she wandered from one relative's house to another, so hindi madali, no, yung pinagdaanan niya. She took up all kinds of jobs to support herself, mostly housekeeping. So, hindi lang naman before, even nowadays, pero hindi na masyado. So, marami yung gumagawa nito, that you have to change relatives from relatives to relatives, just to survive and to overcome a certain situation. Sana face lang yun ng life, no? It's not long term kasi hindi kasi madaling makitira. Ako guys, syempre na-experience ko na din yun. So, I hope hindi nyo yun ma-experience. It's not easy. Yung matinding pakikisama is matindi talaga. So, thinking back to her childhood, she could remember a sense of expansion, learning about other cultures and their history. Learning about her own culture, there seemed to be no limits to what she could explore. Now it was the opposite. Worn down by work and depression, everything was tightening around her until all she can think about was her own tiny world and how sorry it had become. Soon it will be hard to imagine anything besides cleaning houses, but the paradox is that the mind is essentially free. It can travel anywhere across time and space. If she kept it confined to her narrow circumstances, it would be her own fault. So no matter how impossible it seemed, natching ako, wait. Natching ako, guys. So, I'm not yet having dinner. It's late na. But it's okay. We're gonna eat in a bit later. Tsaka medyo busog pa naman ako from a while ago. So, thank you guys. I really appreciate those who showers me with food and love and adoration. I am truly so happy because you are always there, right? So no matter how impossible it seemed, she could not let go of her dream to become a writer. To realize this dream, she would have to educate herself and keep her mental horizons expanding by whatever means necessary. So I want to thank you guys for having me this Friday night. Taray! So I hope you are also having Like, if you're not feeling good when it's weekdays, at least, di ba, yung 3 days from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, kasi medyo ano ko na yun eh. It's like a ritual for me. I have to be happy on those days, on those dates. Kasi, of course, when it's weekdays and it's Monday, diba, there's a lot of things that needs to be done. So, I want my Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday as much as possible, yung me time na siya. Or if not me time, we have sessions with my friends, with my people, with my loved ones. So, I want to be selfish on that. Kasi I'm usually with other people and you know me, I am extremely generous with my time, and I'm really, the work that I'm doing is so much. Like, I really cater for the needs of people and patients, of course, diba? It's not easy, guys, to have a lot of tolerance when you're dealing with them. Sobrang, nowadays, people are, mas marami yung demanding kaysa dun sa mga taong appreciative of what you do. Okay, so I just wanted to thank you to those people who are bending, who are extremely considerate, kasi all of us, we are trying to do our best naman on a daily basis, on work, business, and under the ground matter. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for having me. Thank you for helping make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. Always be safe. A lot of accidents outside. Okay, so make sure you are driving consciously. Right? Tama? Consciously. So, ayun na. We're going back to game. Have a wonderful weekend.